During the stream with Brandon Strzok, people in the chat said, did you hear, Viva? The new pride flag has incorporated the Ukraine flag colors, which goes to show you how I'll say how superficial or preposterous the whole thing is, and that it's all about identity, and not even about the issues anymore, just trending, the thing of the day. And I said, oh, is that true? I hadn't heard that. And then I had to go look it up. Now, this is when admitting one's mistake and actually leaving it up there for people to see while correcting it is almost more important than just deleting it. But I went to fact check it. And here's the thing, people. Here's the deal. I don't believe Reuters. And this is where my own biases came into play. I saw the Reuters fact check that said, and let me just get to it here, fact check, colors of the Ukrainian flag not added to official pride flag. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm always honest. I'm just going to tell you my thought process. I read this and I said, okay, now I believe that it's true. I said, I read this, and when I read a fact check that says, no, the colors were not added to the official pride flag, I'm thinking, okay, the colors were there, but they weren't added. I'm thinking of a way a dishonest fact checker would hide the fact that the underlying fact is actually true. So here, if I'm thinking now, I read the headline and I was like, holy crap, the colors are there. They're just going to say the colors were always there, or the colors were originally not in the same location, but they were rearranged because they added different colors to the flag. That's what I was expecting by way of fact check. But it turns out, and I think based on my own independent assessment now, it was factually incorrect. It was originally a satirical post that some big names retweeted thinking it was true. Because the bottom line also, we live in a world now where the distinction between satire and reality is only a question of whether or not it happens to be true. And sometimes the distinction between satire and reality is only the mere passage of time. Biological man winning in women's sports literally was a Babylon Bee headline, or the Onion, maybe the Babylon Bee, short while ago, and then it becomes a headline. Then it becomes reality. So sometimes the only difference between satire and reality is whether or not the story is true and or the mere passage of time. So this is what Reuters said. The colors of the Ukrainian flag have not been added to the official pride flag. Oh, and sorry, another one of the defenses that I was thinking of, if they wanted to hide the fact, is it wasn't added to the official flag, pride flag, but it was added to an unofficial pride flag. So when you learn how liars mince words, I read this and I say, okay, they haven't been added. The argument might be they were always there, or they haven't been added to the official pride flag, but they were added to an unofficial pride flag. It seems both are wrong, but whatever. An image showing blue and yellow stripes added to the pride flag was posted satirically by a Twitter user. However, some on social media appear to have been duped into believing it is real. This is why it's important to double check things, people, always. Sometimes it just seems too good to be true as relates to the, narrative that you want to put forward or already believe in, or your political leanings, but you have to stop, drop, and check. Or stop, collaborate, and research. So here's what it says here. Okay, so one Facebook user posted the flag here along with the caption, "They officially added Ukraine to the flag," followed by "Clown World," a phrase adopted by the alt-right. Oh yes, alt-right. that opposes progressive values. What a pompous, arrogant, condescending way of describing it. Alt-right bullcrap. How about maybe conservative? How about maybe even left-wing people say clown world when something is totally preposterous? That opposes progressive values. Please go on. Do tell me what these progressive values are that you're talking about here. Is it twerking for kids? Are those the progressive values that you're talking about when someone says clown world? Because they said clown world in response to those videos that went viral of people at strip clubs twerking and dropping it for children who put money in their pants, pantalones. The post has been shared. Look at this. This is, what's his name? Mark Twain. Or was it Churchill? The lie gets around the world before the truth is putting its pants on. The post has been shared 50 times. Oh, 50 times. Sorry, that's not that many. And people appear to believe the changes to the flag are legitimate. One user wrote, notice how the original colors are losing more and more every space every time. While another one said, what are they going to do when they find out Ukraine is a lot more trad than what? So, and then you got Ian Miles. I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. I had to make sure that these tweets were legit. They were. I'm not going to show them, but Ian Miles Chong, Chris Tomlinson, Taylor Green. And this is the problem. Like when you accidentally post something and it turns out to be false, it just allows people to discredit. This was the purported new official pride flag. And then this is allegedly, in as much as there is an official pride flag, this is the one that's official, not the one here, which has, so now if we're going down here, we got white, pink, blue, brown, black, and the black and brown was added to be representative of black and brown peoples, Canadians, Americans. And here you have white, pink, blue, brown, black, then the yellow and the blue, which is the satirical post that is so plausible in its believability that it got some big names to believe it and retweet it. And so that's the story for that. So it turns out it's not the official, if there is an official, and it was allegedly of satirical origins that people believed, and people unfortunately retweeted it thinking it was true, quickly, reflexively, and I don't know how they respond to it and say, oop, they got me. But I'll tell you one thing. The defense is not, let me remove this. The defense is not, oh, they got me, but it's a sign of the times as to how much I could have believed that. No. If you got duped, just own up to it and be more careful in the future, because it's how people allow themselves to get discredited by others. Satire and fanatical credulity. It's incredulous. Satire and fanatical credulity equals the death of comedy. I like that. It's interesting enough. Hold on 1 second. I got to unstar it now. And then we got Camille is no longer an associate. She is listed as partner now. Yes, by the way, Camille Vasquez. Are they pronouncing it Vasquez because that's how she pronounces her last name? Or are they just, everyone in the chat, is it Vasquez or is it Vasquez and they're just pronouncing her name wrong? 1 for Vasquez, 2 for Vasquez. Let me know in the chat, real quick like. She got promoted to partner, by the way. I saw Nate Brody posted the tweet. And hold on 1 second. Viva should know better than what? Viva should know better. Hold on, I'm being shamed here. What should I know better than? Factually incorrect. Imagine that. Does anyone know the law of the flags official? So, official is of the movement. I think the consensus is that it was a satirical post, and not even. I don't know who's official for anything. It's not. There is no office of Pride Month that I know of. But hold on. What should I know better than? 2. So it's Vasquez. Okay, good. So Vasquez. Like, I think they're doing it to needle her. Did you watch the Matt Walsh video? Matt Walsh. No, not yet. What is a woman? Not yet. I must and I will. Okay, now what should I have known better than, people? She's crying at the flag story. But what about it? That it looks like a satirical post that people believed. I mean, if someone's going to show me that actually originated from, it doesn't even have to be official. I don't know what official means with non-centralized organizations. If someone can show me that actually originated as from the entity itself. Yeah, no, the fact, well, of course, that's, I think, TS, you saw the part where I'm saying, when I saw the fact check, I assumed it was true, but the independent research, fact checkers, by the way, they can be right sometimes. I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. They are occasionally right. And when they're wrong, you can find out why they are lying and misleading. Needs context. This is apparently just people got duped into retweeting what was originally a satirical post. It's no more serious than that. It depends, but I enunciate the Q. Yeah, but that would be like, ¿por qué? Even the word ¿por qué? It's not pourquoi. Pourquoi? In French, it's que. It's not que. Yeah, so anyways, Camille Vasquez got promoted to partner. That's like, in my mind, that sounds like a curse and not a blessing, but that's my own uh, professional. Uh, no, what's the opposite of desire? If there's no one to make it official and people use it without satire, irony, then even with a satirical origin, how is it fake? Um, well, let's go with the okay gesture, which started off as satire and then became real because people used it as such. You would mock a person, you would politically mock a person. And I don't mean mock like make. What's a nicer word for mock? You might poke fun at an individual who co-opted unironically what was satire to begin with, in the same way that we poke fun at anybody who professes that the okay hand gesture is a sign of white supremacy. So the fact that it's so plausible that even people on it, the satire is so plausible that some people get duped into believing it, we poke fun at them, as the world did with the okay hand gesture. And then it can show you how at the base, at the core, a movement can be flimsy, like the ADL. It can show you how the ADL is an institution for identifying hate stuff, is a joke of an institution if they accidentally and unwittingly co-opt a joke into their lexicon. Agreed. It might show you the frivolity of the institution that people within it unironically co-opt what was a satire intended to make them look silly in the first place. But that cannot justify having been duped by the satire yourself. Because there will be somebody who's duped by satire to repeat misinformation as though it's real information. And they say, well, someone believed it, therefore it's not promoting misinformation. I think that's a cop-out of accepting responsibility for yourself having been duped. So that's my response. I don't know if that is going to satisfy everyone. I have a meeting now, but I'm going to keep this on in the background to see David's ongoing indignation. No. I just want to know if I'm an idiot, I want to know why. I don't think I am, though. Most of the time, some of the time. So yeah, that's it. I have no doubt there will be people who will be so naive to not even to co-opt the flag, not even knowing it, but to co-opt that satirical flag and say, yeah, this year to show solidarity for the Ukraine, we've incorporated it into the flag. Both sides can get duped by a satire that is so believable. People on both sides believe it. But once you realize it, instead of doubling down, you just have to, okay, good, you got me. My mouth was open on that one. Who remembers that? My mouth was open on that. Eddie Murphy, back when he was actually funny, delirious. One of the bits. But you're Eddie. Yep. Eddie Murphy's Delirious. The funniest stuff on earth. Yeah, I was 10 years old when I watched that. I turned out fine.